For Yah are righteousness, Jerusalem, and the holy city. Blessed be the name of Yah, the King, and the only Savior of Israel and the Gentiles. The title of this presentation is The Controversy of Zion. If you go to Isaiah 33, 13, 14, it reads, Hear ye that are far off what I have done, and ye that are near acknowledge my might. The sinners in Zion are afraid. Fearfulness has surprised the hypocrites. Who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire? Who among us shall dwell with everlasting burnings? Now, if you turn your page to the next chapter, Isaiah 34, verses 6 through 8, you can read the following. The sword of Yah is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams. For Yah has a sacrifice in Bozrah, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And the unicorns shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of Yah's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. Now, we are living in the times of the controversy of Zion, and soon the day of Yah's vengeance shall follow, to destroy all the sinners that dwell within Jerusalem, within the land of Israel. Those who Yah calls sinners are also called hypocrites, because they say that they are Israel, but they are not. And that's what has created the controversy of Zion. Some Jews understand this, especially the elite, the descendants of Amalek, the international bankers who brought the Jews to the land of Israel. They understand this very well. They are the creators of all lies and evil. They shall be utterly destroyed by Yah, and they will be destroyed by Yah. They are the first of the nations, but their end shall be destruction forever. Yah has said this, and it shall not return void. Yah has said it. It has come out of his mouth, and it will not return void. Okay? Now, Yah, the creator of heaven and earth, has made a covenant with Israel. And all the events that have to do with Israel has been written by the prophets of Yah in the book of remembrance, the so-called Old Testament. From their migration to Egypt, to their exit, from their exile to Babylon, to their return from the exile to all the nations, from their exile to all the nations, to the return to the land of Israel. All these events were prophesied by Yah through his servants, the prophets, in detail. There is nothing that Israel has done, is doing, and will do that is not coded or written in the book of remembrance. There is a very good, this is very good because we can use the book of remembrance to see who Israel is and who Israel is not. Therefore, let us take time to analyze the events surrounding the creation of the Jewish state. Let us compare side by side everything that the Jews have done with what is written in the law and what is written in the prophets. Because this is very important. Because many people today are mistaking the Jews for Israel. Okay? And this is not the truth. The truth, as you will see today, and this is just a portion of the truth and of the evidence that one can find within the scriptures. Let us turn your pages to Jeremiah 23, verses 5 and 8. Now, according to Jeremiah 23, verses 8 through 8, and Jeremiah 33, verses 15 and 16, this is the name by which both the seed of David and Jerusalem, Zion, was to be named. According to the prophecy of Jeremiah, the name of Jerusalem, of the Jerusalem movement, is called Yah our righteousness. Okay? So, let us see what the Jews did. Okay? When the Jews in 1948 went again into the land of Israel, or returned into the land of Israel, okay, they called their movement Zionism. They called their movement Zionism. This is not in accordance with the prophecies written in the Torah. I ask any Jew or any Christian or anybody in the world to look into the so-called Old Testament and find a prophecy that says that they will return to the land with the Zionist movement. Okay? With the Zionist movement. Okay? So, I apologize if you hear a noise from time to time. The kids are walking around, so just want you to know, be patient with me. Now, there is no prophecy like that. Now, point number two. According to Jeremiah 33, verse 14 through 26, Yah our righteousness, the movement, is supposed to be conformed of the seed of David, who is the governor, and the seed of Levi, or Levi, the priest of Yah. Now, the Jews have been in the land of Israel since before 1948, because the state was formed in 1948, but they have been there for a long time. They have not been able to have the seed of David govern, according to the law of Yah, and the temple has not been built so that the sons of Levi can offer sacrifices, which is in the law. Okay? So they haven't been able to make this happen. They are not the people of Israel because of that. Let's see another point. According to Jeremiah 23, verse 5, the seed of David will prosper as a governor. The seed of David will be righteous and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. Now, I ask, taking this into consideration, since 1948, since the inception or creation of the Jewish state, has the seed of David been governing in righteousness and executing? Sorry, my English is not the best. Executing judgment and justice in the earth? I do not see judgment or justice in the land of Israel, nor do I see it in the other nations of the earth. In fact, all the atrocities, wars, drugs, financial terrorism, destruction, hunger, scarcity, immorality are and have been created by the elite Jews, the international bankers, the seed of Esau of the line of Amalek. This is the cancer that is eating the world, and it must be cut off from its roots. But only Yah, only the way of Yah can do this, because only Yah can destroy Esau. Now, point number 4. According to the prophecy in Jeremiah 23 verse 6, with the return of the inhabitants of Jerusalem, Yehudah shall be saved, and Jerusalem shall dwell safely. Now, I ask you, since the Jewish state was created in 1948, have they been able to dwell safely in the land? Have they been able to dwell safely in the land? I ask you this question. You answer it. The answer is no. They're always afraid of an attack that is going to come from the people to whom they have still land. Okay? Point number 5. According to Zechariah 2, verse 4 and 5, Jerusalem shall be inhabited as towns without walls, for the multitude of men and cattle therein. For Yah will be... Silence. Close the door, baby. For Yah will be unto Jerusalem and their inhabitants as a wall of fire round about, and Yah will be the glory in the midst of her. Now, let's analyze this. Since the creation of the Jewish state in 1948, has Jerusalem been inhabited as towns without walls? I see walls everywhere. In the media, they are afraid. Okay? The answer is no. They have to have the army actually patrolling the streets to prevent any attacks from the so-called Palestinians. Since the creation of the Jewish state in 1948, has Yah been a wall of fire round about? Round about Jerusalem to protect their inhabitants from any harm? The answer is no. That's why they have an army, because Yah is not with them. Okay? They have a powerful army to use it, and when they use it, they say that Yah was with them. Okay? Has the glory of Yah been in the midst of Jerusalem since 1948, when the Jewish state was created? The answer is no. Have they been able to build the temple? The answer is no. The Jews have an army very well equipped. Okay? Where is the prophecy that says that Israel will have an army like the Jews have? Okay? If you can find it, let me know, because I cannot find none. Zilch, nada. Okay? Nothing. Sipo. No prophecy about Israel having an army when they return from their final captivity. Okay? Now, point number 6. According to prophecy in Zechariah 1 verse 17, the cities of Jerusalem will be spread abroad through prosperity. Okay? So, since the creation of the Jewish state, analyze this with me. Use logic here. The cities of Jerusalem have been spread by force, by robbing the so-called Palestinians of their land, dreams, and humanity. Not by prosperity, but by force. our father Abraham, even when Yah told him that the land of Canaan was his and his seed, okay, he still bought the cave in Machpelah to have a place to be buried. He acquired that portion of land through prosperity and not by force. He bought it. The same thing did David, okay, when he got the place for the temple. When Yah showed him to him, he bought it. He bought it from his owner through prosperity, not by force. What have the Jews done? They do it by force. They kill, they take, they pillage. They take what is not theirs. And that only brings angriness against them. Now, there is no mention of a 6-day war in prophecy. Point number 7. Okay? There is no mention. However, the Jews had one. Okay? And they used their victorious exploits in the 6-day war to say that Yah was with them. Now, analyze it with logic. Okay, I want you to use logic here. Okay? Yah was with them. Indeed, Yah was with them. But not because they are Israel, but because they are Edom. Okay? And they, the Jews, were fulfilling a prophecy that Yah had given to the prophet Malachi in Malachi 1 verses 1 through 5. Let's read this. According to the prophecy of Malachi 1 verses 1 through 5, Edom was supposed to return and build the desolate places in the land. Okay? But Yah will throw down, and they shall be called the borders of wickedness, and the people against whom Yah has indignation forever. Since they return in fulfillment of the prophecy of Malachi 1 through 5, verses 1 through 5, they have been building the desolate places, and many people now are starting to know and understand all the crimes against humanity that the Jews are committing and have committed in the land of Israel. The Jews control most of the major media outlets. But even like that, okay, they are becoming known as the borders of wickedness, and soon will be known as the people against whom Yah has indignation forever. All the nations that come against the Jews that came against the Jews in the 6-day war could not prevail against the Jews, not because they were fighting against the Jews, meaning that they were Israel, but because they were trying to hinder the plans of the prophecy that Yah wanted them, the Jews, to fulfill, being Edom. Okay? Also, all those nations were idolaters. They still worshiping the God of Islam. Thus they have no power against the Jews, the descendants of Esau, the hunter who bears the sword that kills. Okay? So understand this. Yah will use somebody that is not Israel. For example, he used Cyrus, okay? Cyrus, the Persian king, Cyrus the Great, to fulfill prophecies. Okay? To fulfill prophecies. Also, Yah used Nebuchadnezzar, okay, the Babylonian king, and he calls him his servant. Okay? An idolatrous man. He calls him his servant. Okay? To fulfill the prophecies. Okay? So he gets Gentiles to fulfill prophecies. Okay? So that's how Yah works. Because Yah works through people. But everything that he says must be fulfilled. And if you come between him, you will be destroyed. It's that simple. So when the Jews fought all these nations that were coming against them, basically these nations were coming against Yah, because Yah wanted the Jews to go into the land to fulfill Malachi 1:1-5. So I hope that you understand this. And this is something that many people have difficulty understanding. But it's very simple. The prophecy will be fulfilled because it came out of the mouth of Yah. Now, let's go to Ezekiel 37 verse 26, and it reads, "Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. My tabernacle also shall be with them actually. Yeah, I will be their God, their power, okay? And they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I, Yah, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore." Now I ask you, do Jews have a covenant of peace? Do they have peace? Look the news. You will see. Is the sanctuary in the midst of them? No. Have the heathens understood that Yah is who sanctifies Israel? The answer is no, because since 1948 until today, they have not been able to build the temple to Yah. There is a great amount of evidence that I can bring to you that prove that these people that call themselves Jews are not Israel. In fact, since all the events that concern, or the events concerning Israel history, are written in the law and the prophets, anyone that can read with understanding and comprehension can analyze and discriminate between truth and deception. The truth is supreme and is supported by evidence. Yah's word endures forever. For Yah are righteousness, Jerusalem, and the holy city. Blessed be the name of Yah, the King, and the only Savior of Israel and the Gentiles. For him be the glory forever and ever. Ken Yehi Ratzon. Peace.